Hi, I'm David, and I designed this the Mantis 9 milling machine here. And what we're going to do right now is talk about all the parts that are part of the parts kit and where they go on the machine, so that when we use them later we'll understand which ones we're referring to. So, starting out, we have the base of the machine here, and that's this large plate that accepts screws around the corners. And on top of the base plate, we have the front and the rear plate. The rear plate is this one back here with the logo on it. The logo faces forward here, and then the front plate goes right here, and it also has this logo here. And one thing to note about the front plate is that it does have an orientation, even though it looks symmetrical, and we'll talk about that when we actually install it. The other thing to see here is that there are actually two pieces of wood that are pinned together by pins, and we'll separate those later, but they are pinned together so that when we drill the holes here and here, we guarantee that the holes were drilled in exactly the same place in both pieces of wood, which is very important. Moving on, we have the left and the right sides of the machine, and those are these two parts right here, once again pinned together. And these parts actually, it doesn't matter which one is the left and which one is the right, you just have to decide when you put the machine together. Alright, next we have the bed. And that's composed of two parts, the lower bed here and then the sacrificial bed. And those two are right here. So the lower bed is the one that has the larger holes in it and also has this area that's been milled away, a little pocket right here. We're going to end up putting T-nuts in these 4 holes here, and then this pocket is going to end up facing up towards the top later on. On top of the bed goes the sacrificial layer, and it bolts through these 4 holes down into the main bed. And ultimately we'll mill this layer flat relative to the z-axis so that we have an accurate depth all the way across the machine. Alright, moving along, the y-axis of the x-axis of the machine is this one back here on this plate. It slides back and forth like this, and it's composed of this guy right here, which attaches to the 2 rails that form the x-axis. And this plate supports the z-axis plate, which is this plate right here in front. And they bolt together just like this on the ultimate machine. And then the rails that form the z-axis up and down go on right here. So the other part of the z-axis are these 3 plates here. The topmost one, this one with the 3 holes in it, is this one right here. And it takes a force from the lead screw and pushes up and down on these rods so that we can move the spindle up and down. And then the spindle, which is this rotary part right here that holds the tool, is supported by these 2 plates here that are pinned together at the moment. And there's a large hole in the middle for the spindle, and then 2 smaller holes at the edges that accept the z-axis rails. And the last part of the machine is this small part right here. This is the motor support plate. And it has 3 holes here for small stocks that actually hold up the whole motor assembly. And then a little bit larger hole in the middle that actually grips the outside of the motor to hold it in place. So those are the parts.